Am I a real woman without children? I don't know how to feel. My boyfriend told me today he would not want me to move in with him back with his parents, because I'm not a real woman, because we don't have kids like his siblings, even though his brother and his brother's wife moved in when they were going through financial issues. He said his parents would not allow me to move in, because I don't have a child. I am an illegitimate woman compared to his siblings, because I don't have grandchildren for them, though I feel his parents do not think that way. He has expressed he doesn't want children now or anytime soon, and neither do I. Why is he treating me like this? Do I have to have a child to be a legitimate woman? You eat shite like this from him often? It probably makes you feel pretty bad. That's because eating shite isn't good for us. You don't have to eat the shite other people try to feed you. Ever. Of course you don't have to have kids to be a real woman. Does he have to have kids to be a real man? Your boyfriend sounds like a complete jerk, and he probably said that so you wouldn't feel comfortable moving in with his parents, because he doesn't want you there. But, instead of being a real man and telling you the truth, he's insulting you. Dump that loser. For added flair, you can tell him that he isn't a real man, because he is incapable of providing for himself and his partner, and he should feel ashamed because he has to run home to mommy and daddy. I wouldn't be surprised if his parents actually said, they wouldn't let anyone who wasn't connected by blood, through children, or marriage move into their home. This isn't uncommon. Many people don't approve of their unmarried, adult child or children moving back home with a boyfriend/girlfriend, but they will usually tolerate it if their child has kids with the boyfriend/girlfriend, for the sake of their grandkids. This is beyond awful. A woman's value is her humanity, the same as a man's. Dump this dead weight, he's holding you back. I am a woman who does not want children. Anyone who tells me I am less because I don't want to birth their spawn, is not worth being with. If he thinks this, he's not right for you and has a ton of other issues that are not your problem. I'm a woman with children and I always say to my friends, despite the fact that I love my kids, that life isn't any more amazing with kids in it than it is without them. If I didn't have them, I'd be out creating different kinds of memories, and living a frocking amazing life. The same as I do now, just different but still completely and totally fulfilling. What kind of backward ass bumfrock shithole do they live in, where women are expected to pop out babies by the time they're 22? You're a woman, a human with your own plans for future, wants and desires, not a baby incubator. Sounds like your boyfriend needs to grow a spine, and tell his parents he doesn't want children, yet, instead of entirely pinning it on you. Don't doubt yourself. Doubt him. Run for your life, girl. For frock's sake, you're 22, they should see it as a good thing that you don't have kids yet. I am so sick of people thinking that a woman must be validated by other people and or by having children. Do you consider yourself a woman? Congrats. You are a real, legitimate, worthy, allowed to do whatever the hell she wants with her life, so stick you goddamned nose out of it, woman. Your life, your purpose, and you have meaning and worth. The only person who can validate you is you. Anyone else who says otherwise is spouting nonsense. A real man doesn't berate his woman based on cheap, superficial notions of worth. Frock him and the crock he rode in on. Nope. That's a pile of shite and they're all talking bollocks. You're a real woman and having children has nothing to do with that fact. Then he's not a real man for not being able to provide for himself and his life partner, and still living with mommy and daddy at 25 years old. Throw the whole man away. You misspelled shithead. I would feel like finding a new boyfriend who wasn't a sexist, misogynistic jerk. Do you think that every woman who can't or chooses not to have children is not a real woman? Do you think any person who this can possibly be a nice person? He is treating you like this because he is a misogynistic a-hole, and verbally abusive. His family is saying that because they too are misogynistic a-holes. I recommend you run far far away, and don't settle for anything less than a respectful caring partner, who would never abuse you and who can respect women for their life choices. Also, it's pretty fraught that they're harassing you about this at 22. That's so young. You have plenty of time to decide what you want your family to look like in the future, whether or not that includes children. Oh frock no. The implication that women need to have kids or we're not real women is disgustingly sexist, and degrades us as mere broodmares. Dump his ass yesterday. He has no respect for you. Wow, it must be difficult for him to masquerade as a real human being, when clearly he is a robot devoid of emotions. Run from this entire crazy family, yes, including your boyfriend, like the devil is chasing you. You're 22 and boy oh boy is your boyfriend dropping a bunch of red flags. Leave. No, you don't need kids to be a real woman. I can tell you this though, that guy isn't a real man, for sure he can't tell a woman from a uterus. Please, give yourself more self-worth. Also, look up child-free resources. Not to necessarily encourage you to not have kids, but to understand that kids do not determine your worth as a woman. Did you stop existing when he uttered this dumbass statement? Don't entertain this messed up logic. I would seriously reconsider being with him. It's one thing for his parents to say screwed up things, it is an entirely bigger issue that your boyfriend entertains and supports their belief. Normally I am not one to be petty in breakups, but it would be too good of an opportunity to break up with him saying it's because he doesn't have kids, so he's not a legitimate man. He is absolutely a garbage man, and his parents are too if they agree. Do you feel like a woman? Identify as one? Congratulations, you're a woman. It's that easy. Listen, you don't need that kind of crap in your life. My fiancée and I aren't going child-free, but she and I can't produce our own. Lord, that sounds nasty, huh? We're going to adopt and I'm very excited for that time, but the point is that having children, giving birth, or otherwise, doesn't make you anything. Hell, it doesn't even make you a parent necessarily, just someone who had sex at some point. You're good, and deserve better. Don't waste your life with trash. What kind of a weirdo derelict are you dating? $100 says this is the least of the red flags this dude is proudly waving. If he treats you like that, do not have a child with him. Ever. Let him become an incel. Best decision I've made in all of my 30+ years was to never have kids. Don't let someone else write your story. Do you, boo? So many choices. Moving in would be conducive to having a child. You're not a real man because you can't support a woman/child. If you don't want kids, and not having kids makes me a fake woman, are you gay? Those kind of men are the ones who pressure you to have a baby, then when the baby is here, he feels he can't do this, then walks out of your life and abandons the child, then comes back when the child is 7 years old because he wants to be a good father to his kid. Real women make their own decisions. So is he saying that his parents won't let you move into their house, because you're not married to their son and don't have any children with him? I mean, it's not that unreasonable, but he's not explaining it to you very well. Is there some kind of English as a second language situation going on here? Why would you even want to move in with his parents? Interesting fact, throughout history approximately 15% of women never have children. That percentage holds pretty steady in every society. So it is not a new thing and you are not less of a woman for it. Especially at 22. Your BF however is a 100% a-hole.